Hey guys, I haven't done one of these in a while. I haven't updated my builds for quite a while, so I thought might as well start doing them again. Today we will be looking at only attacker builds. I will be explaining their movesets and the hide items used on the characters and the battle items as well. Let's start with Cinderace. Currently the best moveset is Blaze Kick and Flame Charge, very straightforward. After Blaze Kick got that change where you can now choose where you land. It has been absolutely dominating. Pyro Ball is still fine as well if you prefer to be a bit more safer and try to just go for last hits. It is a reasonable thing, but I would recommend really playing Blaze Kick at the moment. For hide items, the one you should always play are Muscle Band and Body Barrier. Muscle Band is a must-have on any range basic auto attacker, and Body Barrier is just a must-have as well, because if you don't have Body Barrier for team fights, you're just going to be way too squishy. Also, the 600 HP you get from Body Barrier being level 30, people really underestimate how much HP that is, especially on a squishy like Cinderace, so I would recommend that. Personally, for flex items, for the third slot, I play Scope Lens. I just like doing more damage. If you want to go a bit more safe and you feel like, I want to just be safe on early game fights against the enemy jungler or something, you can go Focus Band. It's also very reasonable if you just want to be more defensive. And for battle items, we go full heal or eject button. Personally, I would recommend going full heal right now, especially in the slow smoke meta, and it just has a lot of versatility. Cinderace has so much ability with Blaze Kick and Flame Charge, right, that full heal just makes sure that you don't die in team fights in a CC lock, a stun lock, or in a slow smoke. For our boy Cramorant, I would still recommend Hurricane and Surf as the best moveset, but honestly Dive and Air Slash is pretty similar, I would say. They're kind of similar in strength, and I don't think there's much of a difference between them. But Cramorant is just a lackluster character right now. I would not recommend playing him in one of the weakest attackers, but that's for a different video. And for hit items, Body Barrier as well. He needs his Unite move, he needs to stay alive. If he doesn't have Body Barrier, he actually just dies during his Unite move. And for the second 100% item, I've got Choice Specs. Cramorant really relies on bursting someone down, especially with Hurricane and Surf, so this adds a lot of damage to his combo. And for flex items, either you choose to go even more damage with Vice Glasses, or you can also go Focus Band the safer way. Focus Band, I would really recommend playing an Air Slash and Dive, since you're kind of going in, right? Having that Focus Band can be a huge game changer. If you play Hurricane and Surf, you can play both of those. You can go Vice Glasses or Focus Band if you want to be more safer. Focus Band, more damage Vice Glasses. And for better items, Eject Button is fine in both builds, but you can also run Slow Smoke. I've been actually trying Air Slash Dive Cramorant with Slow Smoke, and I think it's quite strong. And I think it's something you can consider doing with this character, since he has with Dive a lot of mobility, and you can dive on someone, Slow Smoke them, Air Slash out and stuff, or you can dive onto them, Slow Smoke, drop your Unite move, and yeah, it does feel quite good. For the Decidueye, I would recommend going Razor Leaf as your main damage option, and for the second one, you can either go Leaf Storm or Shadow Sneak. Both I think are good. Leaf Storm I think is finally a viable pick and actually feels very strong, and I would recommend you guys trying it out. And for the alternate moveset, we play Spirit Shackle or Shadow Sneak. I think it's a bit weaker than Razor Leaf. It doesn't really carry much. It's pretty fun to play like a wrong-link sniper, but it doesn't really have the impact that Razor Leaf has. For hit items, Muscle Band, Scope Lens are must-have. He has to do damage. Those are the main damage options for you. And for flex items, either Body Barrier or Focus Band. Body Barrier is kind of awkward on this character because, in your Unite move, you kind of want to cast it from far away, so you can't really proc Body Barrier, but it can still be like, oh my god, I'm getting dope, I'm just going to cast my Unite move to get a Body Barrier, and then I'm running away. And if you don't want this, you can just go Focus Band as well. Also, the 600 HP of Body Barrier, again, shouldn't be underestimated, also quite nice. For better items, I would recommend Eject Button, since he doesn't really have mobility, or X Speed if you go, Leaf Storm, because with Shadow Sneak, you actually get move speed to kite easier. Without it, you actually, you don't really have things to catch up to someone or to kite away, so you can actually consider X Speed if you go Leaf Tornado. But just be careful, there's certain things then you can't eject button away from, which is gonna be a problem. If you want to eject button out of a Blastoise Unite move, or you want to eject button away from a Talonfly or Brave Bird, right? You can't do these things without eject button, so be careful when you choose X Speed, but yeah, I think both of these are fine. For Gardevoir, in my opinion, the best moveset has completely changed. I prefer Future Sight and Psychic now after Psyshock and Moonblast got small nerfs, and Future Sight and Psychic actually got buffed as well. I think that is the best moveset now. You can still alternatively play either Future Sight, Psyshock with Moonblast as well. I wouldn't really comment playing Psyshock and Psychic in the same build either. I think those are the two things you can do. But yeah, I think Future Sight is the better move now, and I would really recommend you guys trying it out. Psyshock has been feeling pretty lackluster and just doesn't really do that much damage anymore. For hit items, Body Barrier is a must-have, Choice Specs is a must-have as well, just to increase Gardevoir's burst to a target. For flex items, I personally try actually playing Vice Glasses now, and I think those double glasses for late game Future Sights and Psychics does so much damage. I used to always play Muscle Band, especially in the Psyshock Moonblast build. I would still recommend going Vice Glasses. And if you jungle, you can also just go Muscle Band, so you have a faster jungle clear. Also completely fine to do. Also, Muscle Band helps you in early game trades against, other junglers for this 2v2, 3v3 fights. In lane is also still fine, But yeah, I think this Vice Glasses and Choice Specs combo with Future Sight has so much late game damage potential that can just completely one-shot enemy squishies and just do crazy damage. For better items, always eject button. I don't think there's anything else you should be doing. It is just eject button. You have no escapes, you need some escape, and that's your escape. Now for Greninja, I don't think there is a best moveset for him. I think Smokescreen Surf and Double Team Shuriken are equally good. It just depends on what team comp you want and what playstyle you want. Do you want to dive? Do you want to be very aggressive? Or do you want to have a more sustained style DPS character that's very safe and just does really consistent damage? Then you want to go Water Shuriken. If you want to dive, get those resets, snowball team fights, snowball early game very hard, then Surf. Also Surf is very fun. I can only recommend it. Like, the invented reset ability is always very fun, right? So Surf, very good ability as well. Water Shuriken, more sustained DPS, and also still does crazy damage. For hit items, Muscle Band, Body Barrier also must have on this characters like Cinderace, basic auto attack character, Muscle Band, and then Body Barrier because you cannot jump in with your Unite move. It's very easy to drop the Body Barrier. And again, 600 HP, very nice as well. For flex items, I personally again play Scope Lens, but Focus Band is also an option you can have. For battle items, it's pretty much the same as Cinderace as well, this entire sheet. Full Heal is the better use. You can, or better hit item or battle item for Greninja, since he does have a lot of mobility and you just don't want to be CC'd, or eject button is also still fine. If you don't feel confident using full heal, then eject button is always totally fine to go. For Ninetales, the best build is Avalanche and Blizzard still, and the alternative moveset is Gleam and Aurora Veil, which has been still dropped off like for quite a while. No one really plays this anymore. Everyone, if they play Ninetales, plays Avalanche and Blizzard. Very combo, very bursty, heavy build. The other one is very sustainy. The problem with Aurora Veil and Gleam is that if you fall behind, you literally can't farm experience. This thing that just can't PvE. It's very strong in teamfights still as well. But yeah, Blizzard Avalanche is for sure the better moveset. For hit items, Muscle Band, Body Barrier, must-haves just for Muscle Band, just for early game laning phase. You will be auto-attacking a lot with Ninetales. Even in the combination combo build of Avalanche and Blizzard, you will still be auto-attacking a lot. Maybe it's worth to try Double Glasses on Ninetales as well, but I wouldn't recommend it. Her special attack scalings on these abilities are not the highest. But for flex item, we still can go Choice Specs or Focus Band. I personally play Focus Band. If you play Gleam and Veil, you should always go Focus Band. If you play Blizzard or Avalanche, you can go Focus Band or Choice Specs. I just said she has bad special attack scalings, but her base special attack is very high, and which means that Choice Specs does a lot of damage. Choice Specs does 50% of the special attacks Pokemon as extra damage on a combo or like on one character. So it does add a lot of burst to like trying to one-shot someone, and Blizzard Avalanche is about one-shotting a single target, right? So Choice Specs is for sure, if you want to be a bit more aggressive, a great choice, and if you just want to have better laning phase and just be safer in fights and stuff, Focus Band, always a good choice as well. For hit items, also only eject button. We don't have any mobility. Also, we can combine our Unite move with eject button. We can cast Unite and eject into the enemy team, which can be very useful. We can also eject and Blizzard Avalanche combo. So yeah, eject button is a playmaker, a safety tool, and just very good for Ninetales. For Pikachu, currently the best moveset is Thunderbolt and Thunder, but Electro Brawl has seen some rise, especially to contest last hits a bit easier. Electro Ball can be quite strong. For Electro Ball, you can either play Thunderbolt or Volt Tackle. I still would prefer Thunderbolt over Volt Tackle. I think Volt Tackle is just a bit... It is very annoying to play against, but I don't think it's that strong, and it kind of gets Pikachu killed a lot of times. So, you know, if you want to play Electro Ball, I would still recommend Thunderbolt. For hit items, we can see a trend here. We still go the Muscle Band, Body Barrier. Very obvious choices. Pikachu is one of the highest basic auto attack ranges in the game, and he does auto attack a lot during laning phase or in general, so Muscle Band gets procced a lot. And for flex items, again, if you want to be a bit more safer, Focus Band. Otherwise, Pikachu has a very low cooldown Unite move, and Energy M makes it even lower, and also increases his Unite move damage by quite a lot. I would not recommend Choice Specs or anything of those in Pikachu's build. His scalings are pretty bad, so I would recommend those items as hit items. And for battle items, also only eject button. Again, you don't have mobility on this character either. You need some safety, and you can also eject button in and Unite move people as well. For Sylveon, the best moveset is Hyper Voice and Calm Mind. I would not recommend getting Mystical Fire, Healing Drain, or Draining Kiss. That's the other ability moveset though as well. But Hyper Voice, Calm Mind is what makes Sylveon a good character. If you want to play Mystical Fire, yeah, sure, it's fun, but it's very, very lackluster. It falls off very hard, and it doesn't really do much in most games. For hit items, Body Barrier and Focus Band are a must-have on Sylveon. Would 100% recommend this. Need some safety as well, and Body Barrier, and you know, again, Body Barrier, you proc your Unite move. Everyone gets a sheet, you get a sheet, everyone is happy. For flex items, in Hyper Voice, you can either play Choice Specs or Vice Glasses. I personally play Vice Glasses. It does a bit more AoE damage, while Choice Specs does more burst damage. So whatever you want, if you want to burst out the target faster, Choice Specs. If you want to do more damage over the course of a team fight, then go for Vice Glasses. And if you decide to play Mystical Fire, you should be playing Muscle Band and no special attack item. And for battle items, either eject button, or if you play Hyper Voice, you can also currently consider X-Speed, especially with the amount of slow smokes and the meta. And X-Speed also makes it very easy for you to keep people in your Hyper Voice, so both are totally fine. I personally actually currently playing X-Speed on Hyper Voice Sylveon. If you play Mystical Fire, you should probably always go eject button. And for the last attacker, we have Venusaur. Still currently the best build is Petty Dance and Giga Drain, and then the second one is Sludge Bomb and Solar Beam. I would say recommend Petty Dance. Giga Drain is just the build to 1v9 carry games, and it's still very hard to deal with. If Venusaur hits those consistent Giga Drains, you just can't kill Venusaur. For add items, Muscle Band, Body Barrier, in both builds we will still auto-attack a lot. Of course, in Solar Beam, maybe Muscle Band is not that great, but it still helps our laning phase quite a lot, and it helps us PvE in early game as well, since you kill out Dinos and Dreadnought and stuff much faster with your auto-attacks. Body Barrier, again, no-brainer. For flex items, either we go Focus Band. In Petty Dance, you always go Focus Band, or in Solar Beam, you can either go Choice Specs for, you know, a bit more burst on one single target, or you just also go Focus Band to be a bit more safer. I would still recommend Focus Band most of the time, just to be a bit more safer. For better items, I currently play Full Heal in Petty Dance, and that's what I would recommend. But if you're not confident on Petty Dance or on Full Healing, then you can go Eject Button as well. If you play Solar Beam, always go Eject Button. Nothing else makes sense. Again, you're very squishy in Solar Beam, and you just need an Escape Button, right? And that's all there is to it. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would appreciate guys if you like the video and subscribe to my channel. I will do more of these in the future again. I will update all the roles slowly and upload the videos each. Probably next up is Speedster and All-Arounders again. Then I will make one for supports, and I will make one for the defenders as well. Right guys, see ya!